Good evening, class. I'm Donna Palacio from BEd 303. Today we will discuss about developing reading fluency. What is reading fluency? Fluency is defined as the ability to read with speed, accuracy, and proper expression. Fluent reading is reading in which words are recognized automatically. Fluency is characterized as the capacity to read quickly, accurately, and clearly. Children must be able to read smoothly, whether aloud or silent, in order to comprehend what they read. Fluent readers read in sentences and use appropriate intonation while reading aloud. Their delivery is fluid and expressive. Children who do not read fluently have a choppy and uncomfortable tone to their voice. Those pupils may struggle with decoding skills or just need more practice with reading speed and smoothness. Fluency is also vital for motivation. Youngers who find reading difficult are less likely to desire to do so. Fluency becomes increasingly crucial as readers progress through the higher elementary years. In the upper elementary years, the amount of reading required increases considerably. Students who read slowly or laboriously will struggle to satisfy the reading requirements of their grade level. Why reading fluency important? The capacity to read a material accurately, swiftly, and with expression is known as fluency. Fluency in reading is vital because it connects word recognition and understanding.
Some characteristics of emergent, beginning, and primary readers. First is an emergent reader is the one who is interested in books but not or can't yet read it independently. So they need an assistance or guide from those people who can read it well. The second one is when you listen in the beginning readers, you hear short, choppy words and or with little attention in punctuation because they are only beginners in reading, so they only developing the reading fluency. That's why they have a characteristic of this. The third one is an emergent readers is often make up stories to go with the pictures in the books with no attention to the print. So their attention is only focusing on the image or illustration of the books rather than the print or the words that telling that what happening in the story because they didn't know how to read yet. So here we will appreciate or know the importance of the three special books which is the pop-up books, bird books, and picture books. And the fourth one is emergent readers do not yet recognize many sight words, if any, because like what I've said earlier, they didn't know how to read. Therefore, there are a few words only or there are few words only recognized by their minds or their memory. And the fifth one is emergent readers can come from extremely literate household or have very limited time to books. And the last one is emergent readers are usually or also a emergent writers because when you are learning how to read, you can learn also how to write. So we observe when we are writing something on the board or we copying some letter sentences in the word, we read it first, then eventually we write it in our notebook. Therefore, an emergent reader is also an emergent writer. That's all.
Good day, everyone. My topic is all about on how do children typically develop in reading. Reading is a difficult skill to acquire and does not come readily. So, young children must be able to sound out words correctly and rapidly to understand what she reads. So let's start. Emergent readers. It is usually birth to age 6, are learning our sound system and how print works, including letter sound relationships and the meaning of stories to read them. Next, emergent readers, usually age 6 and 7, are linking speech sounds to letters to make words, learning to decode words and beginning to make sense of what they read. Next is the transitional readers. It is usually age 7 and 8, are usually reading like they talk and have strategies to help them decode words and read with understanding, but may still need support with more difficult reading material. The next one is the fluent readers, usually ages 8 and up, are reading independently with confidence and understand longer and more difficult types of material. They use word parts to figure out words and relate selections of the story to one another. As affluent readers enter middle and high school, they often read material that has many viewpoints and more complex language and ideas. They draw on what they know from other reading materials and experiences to judge what they read and come to conclusions.